part came in, it's on the bike. I was waiting for a mount from Thrashing Supply Company. If you've watched my other two videos regarding these bags, this one here and this one here, I'm going to link them below because I've had a nightmare trying to get the hardware to mount these saddlebags. So the bags are fully installed and ready to go. I just want to give a shout out to Thrashing Supply. I put the order in on a Monday and by Tuesday the part was delivered. So Thrashing Supply, thank you so much. Now this mount, and I'll let you have a look at it after we've taken the bike out, this mount is for 2022 and up Lowrider S models if you have an aftermarket pipe like I do, this one here, Sawicki Speed, and I love it by the way, and you want to mount the OEM bags with this pipe setup. These are not OEM bags, but the mechanism and the way they fit are exactly the same as the Lowrider ST bags. So the mount fits great. I think everything's ready. I've got my cameras mounted up. Let's take it for a ride, see how they do. There's no traffic today, guys, because it is Memorial Weekend. It's actually Monday. So typically around this time here would be hammered with traffic, so I can get a little bit of speed up. I mean, I don't want to go too crazy, you know. Just gone over a few bumps and I'll probably go over a few more. And right now, I mean, my pipes are super loud. I had Viking saddlebags on this bike previous to these Nasty Hog chopped Rebel saddlebags that I've got on now, and the rattling was unbearable, seriously. From the minute they were fitted, the rattle was terrible, and I think it was because of and that's why I don't want to be going too fast. I think it was because the latches, the mechanism was really loose, it just didn't fit properly. So that was one of the reasons why I researched for a while and I decided on the bags that I've got on now. There is a tiny bit of space as you put the bags, or you position the bags onto the spacers to secure the bags on, and then you lock them in from the inside of the bag. There's a tiny bit of space, but that is nothing that some very thin pliable rubber spacers won't fix. And I actually ordered 2 different ones from Amazon, and I'm going to link those down below for you also. I mean, hey there. I mean, to be really honest with you, I don't think I'm going to need it, and the only thing that's going to do is absorb a little bit of the vibration, because I don't want anything to come loose. I haven't Loctited anything as of yet. I've just kind of fastened them on because I wanted to give them a quick run out and show you guys, but right now I'm really happy with them and I can't feel any movement. A subscriber did mention on my last video, they commented that they've seen a few reviews and the build quality was poor, and also they rattled when, you know, you went over bumps and stuff. So that kind of freaked me out, I'm going to be honest with you, because this is the first time I've actually taken them out since installing them. Right now I'm really happy. Like I said, I have a comparison, and I'm not saying all of the biking saddlebags are like that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that the set that I got were terrible and I just couldn't put up with them. The paint was starting to look a bit iffy as well, and it wasn't even the same paint as my Lowrider S, which is vivid black. The paint job on these bags, absolutely fantastic. Now I've had, if you look back through my videos or you go over on Instagram and have a look in my highlights, there you go, that was a big bump, no rattling. You'll see there that I've had many bikes, many Harley Davidsons. I have my Road Glide CVO ST, and that's a 2024. That's a beautiful bike. I had a Road Glide Special 2021 before that, and before the Road Glide I had a Street Glide, okay? So they're all baggers. On the Road Glide, the bags, and this is Harley Davidson, this is the paint job from Harley Davidson, it had like an orange peel effect on one of the bags. These bags do not have any of that. these bags are absolutely immaculate. So as far as build quality goes, I will say that these bags are 100%, right? I've not had any issues with them as of now. The installation side of things, I'm going to be honest with you, it should have been easy because the bags come ready assembled, you know, the latches, the lids, everything. The only thing that you have to do is secure the arms to the bag, right? And also to the frame of the bike. Now, they don't have any instructions, and I suppose you would think, you know, you don't need instructions for that. That's exactly what I thought. But if you're not mechanically minded, or you're not used to, let me just concentrate here. You know, if you're not mechanically minded, and you're also not used to installations, and you also don't like them, you know, it's a little bit harder because I didn't have the right hardware either, you know. So if you get sorry guys, I'm just like really concentrating going around here. If you get some kind of if you get some kind of instructions, typically on an instruction leaflet it will give you what hardware you're supposed to have, what comes with it. I didn't get any. So I mean, I got some spacers, and then I'm like, okay, so how do I fit the spacers and the spools? I got some spools and some really long screws. I just couldn't figure it out. Anyway, watch my last video and you'll see I watched about 25,000, or it felt like that anyway, YouTube videos, and believe it or not, there isn't that many YouTube videos on how to install these bags. So I reached out to Nasty Hog, I think it was Paul that I spoke to. Now this company, another amazing company in my opinion, sent me the hardware out for the Lowrider S free of charge. Previously, before that, I think I mentioned it on the other video, I'd had the, not the detachable bags, but the permanent saddlebags, and the frame wouldn't fit with my aftermarket pipe. And the bags were sat in my garage for about 3 or 4 months. I hadn't done anything to them, you know, I didn't mess around with them, they were all fully packaged, but they allowed me to send them back, and then they sent me the detachable saddlebags out, and I believe they are a couple of $100 more. So I paid for the shipping, which was a couple of $100, but Nasty Hog didn't charge me the extra for the bag, and they get back to you super quick. Even though I have seen some reviews that say they don't, but I've never had that experience with them, so I am more than happy to give them a shout out. So I've just gone over a few bumps, and these bags, they're definitely not budging. I'm just hoping, because I didn't Loctite anything, that the vibration isn't messing around with where the spool connects to. So I think I'm going to head back now. Very, very easy installation, but you definitely need different parts if you have the same bike as me. If you have a Lowrider ST, the bags will just fit because you're going to use the hardware that was already on it. You're still going to need the part from Thrashing Supply though. Be mindful of that, because that's if you have an aftermarket pipe. The comparison to Harley Davidson saddlebags, these saddlebags are made of, is it ABS plastic or something, but they feel really thick and substantial. The latches, they look exactly the same as Harley Davidson bags, and the latches have that really nice clunk when you close the lid down, you know, that really satisfying sound. Okay, we're going over another bump. Does the bike feel heavier? I still feel like I can throw this bike around, and you know, it doesn't feel like it's all of a sudden super heavy. I mean, I don't have anything in the saddlebags apart from a little bit of camera gear. The question is, will I take this on long journeys? I don't know. If you watch Ride to Food, Stacey, she has a Lowrider ST, and you know, she switched a few things out on it and what have you, and she tours all over the place on hers. And the thing about, I think, this bike compared to the previous 2024 baggers, I'm talking like the bigger bikes, when the ST came out, it was like a baby bagger, you know, so it was a lot easier to park, it was a lot easier to handle. Now the 2024 bikes are all here and they're as light as a feather, seriously. Like, my CVO feels a lot more manoeuvrable when the engine isn't running, you know, when I'm kind of moving it around in the garage, to this one. So it comes with the red reflectors. I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to use the black plastic inserts that they send you, just to keep the bags looking sleek and just all black. You can hear that nice substantial clink to fasten the lid down, and then as you open it up, I'll take you inside. You can see it's exactly the same mechanism as the stock, the OEM bags for the Lowrider ST. They look, in my opinion, I think the material's definitely thicker, and they just feel really substantial. Now from here, I think you can see where the spaces are and where the actual bag itself is attached to the struts. Now, I'll just open that one. That one's perfect also, closes first time down. There is a tiny, if you can see that as I push, I mean, it's just not worth bothering about, and it doesn't rattle. But it's nothing that those small pliable rubber spaces won't fix, just so it absorbs a little bit of the vibration there. I've checked the arm on both and it's still, as you can see there, in the spool. That is all nice and secure. I do need to Loctite that. I'm going to take you around the other side, but what I want you to see first is how short this mount is, and that's from Nasty Hog, and you can also get it from Harley Davidson. So look at that one, and then I'll take you round to the other side, and you're going to need this regardless of having an ST or an S if you are running an aftermarket pipe. You can see how much longer that one is. That is specifically made for this setup with the aftermarket pipe. Everything's going to be linked below. Alright guys, we are against time here. I don't want to get my boots burnt on my pipes either. It's about to rain, so I don't know how good the lighting is going to be until I get into post edit. I hope it's okay for you guys. So I've just gone for about, I don't know, a couple of mile ride, probably hit about 50 miles an hour, and went through a construction area where there was a lot of bumpy road. I didn't encounter any rattling of the bags. Ease of installation, super easy if you know what you're doing. I didn't find it easy at all because I didn't have the correct hardware. So you've really got to watch out for that. And I think my advice would be, if you're new to installation, you know, you've got to really be patient, take everything out of the box, make sure you have the correct hardware, because I started the install and then realised I didn't have the hardware, so then it's really frustrating to have to wait. So take everything out of the box, make sure you have everything, and then hopefully it'll save you a lot of hassle. And the look and style, well, what do you think? So leave a comment below, let me know what you think. I think it looks amazing. I'm really happy with how they've turned out. The look with the fairing, the pipes, everything, and I have a few more things that I'm going to add to this bike, so stay tuned for that. Would I buy again? I would most certainly recommend these bags. I know Advent Black have some really nice ones too, but I just preferred the style on these. They look a little bit more racy. So yeah, that's it guys. So let me know what you think, and I shall see you on the next one. Oh, and if you haven't, please like and subscribe if you like the content. Let me know if you want me to do a bit of a video or a quick video on the Advent Black fairing. I've not had any issues with this. So yeah, super happy with the way everything turned out. I think it's about to rain now. It's so hot guys. Okay, I'm gonna go in before I get absolutely rained on and I'm getting murdered by the mosquitoes. So let me know what you think, and I shall see you on the next one. All right, take care, bye.